Hi, everybody. We're wrapping it up with the um, the change player turn, and what we did was we were sort of testing it out, and we added in Pente game board up here, right? In the method called change player turn, which you can see here. We added this thing to call the set player turn that we were working on in Pente score. Okay, so that makes it work, but we need to get text into it right now. So if I go over to Pente score and I go back to which player turn, if I do this right now, the problem is that the 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 class Pente score doesn't have an ability to get the name. So either we have to allow it to, um, get the name, or we have to get it out of the field. Okay. And what we were doing is we were noticing that when we ran it, you get player one score and things like this. And I just wanted to show you how to like kind of, you know, uh, play with, play with the strings. Okay, so what we have is we have a string in there called player one colon Addy, and we have player two colon Bart. What I want to do is I want to get Addy and Bart out of this. Okay, so when I do this, this is all good. It's just we want to say it's Bart's turn or it's Addy's turn. Right now it should say it's Addy's turn, and right now it should say it's Bart's turn, like that kind of thing. Right. Okay. So, and this is one of these things like either we have to build an interface to game board, or we have to get the text just out of the string if you already have it. Another thing you could do is you could save it as like a string when it first comes, but we didn't do it, so I'm just trying to think of the best way to handle this. So it's actually pretty easy if we just deal with the what comes out of the string. So what comes out of the field. So what I could do right here in the change not change player turn. I want to go to Pente score to the set player turn. Okay, I could go like this. One of the things I could do easily is I could say whose turn field equals or dot set text, and then you could go get the text from the player one field, right? So we have a P1 name, right? I think that's what it's called. What do we call it here? Yeah, P1 name. So that's one called P1 name. We could say P1 name dot get text. Okay. So this kind of thing would work. Okay. And it would just kind of put like awkwardly put player one and player two in there, which we could do. Okay, so we'll say like, Ashley, right? We'll say player one Bob, right? That makes sense. It's Bob's turn. We'll say Ashley's turn, right? But we just like to have it be like a little bit more like, user friendly or whatever. So what I want to do is I want to actually I want to get the Ashley part of the text and then just use it in my sentence, which I was using before. So what I can do is strings come with some searching features, which we could use. Okay. So, I'm going to go like this, get rid of these lines because we don't need them. Okay. And I'm going to go, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find one of the things we have in this that would help us a lot is we have ways to, when I put in the player one name, I go, Abe and Barney. Okay. what we have is we have a space we could use. There's two spaces, but there's actually a colon. And if I just basically found where the colon is, I could figure out where A was, basically. And I could figure out where the colon is here. I could find Barney, okay? So that's what I'm going to try to do. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to say int, like, let's call it like, C-log for the colon log, okay? And I'm going to go like this and say p1 name. And then there's a function called index of. Let me see. Oh, I see. I have to get the text first. Let's go get text. And then I could go like this and call on the text that comes to me index of, and I can give it the colon. Okay. And it'll tell me where the colon is in the line, which is great. Okay. And then from that, I can get the name for the string, like n. I can say something like that equals p1 name get text again. It's a little redundant. And I can take a substring of it. See here, where there's a beginning index and an end index. So I go like this. I'll say substring. My beginning index is going to be where the C-loc is, right? That's where it is, plus a space, and then the first letter. So it's going to be +2. And then I can just go like this. And I can go p1 name get text dot length, like that. Okay. And then I can use this string. Okay. So instead of this, I can set text now, and I can say it's let me see. Let's just call this n. It's n here, apostrophe s, turn down. And I think that will come out. So let's see. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm using special methods that come with strings. And if I say p1 get text string, what happens is a string will come back, and then I can kind of run this command on it. So what's the other thing cool is that we can string all the methods together in one big thing, and I don't have to really do much to get that to happen. So let's see what happens now. Okay, so I'll call this like Abby, and I'll call this Barry. Okay. And like this is player 2 Barry, this one's not done yet. But when I go here, see it goes, it's Abby's turn now, and it worked. So we were able to kind of do that. And it does it pretty quickly. So I can just make the change to the other part of the if then else and get this done. And then everything's great. Okay, so I can just go like this. I don't need this anymore. But I can just go here, copy this, come down here. Okay. What do I got here? I don't need these two lines at all. Okay. And then what I need to do though is be very careful about the P2 stuff. So this is, whoops, sorry. This is P2. This is P2. This is P2. And I think it'll just work. P1, P1, P2, P2. I think we're okay. Alright, let's test it out. And then hopefully it'll be working. So, this is going to be Arnie. And this is going to be Betty. Okay, so it's Betty's turn. She's light colored. It's Arnie's turn. It's Betty's turn. Now it's Arnie's turn. Betty's turn. Turn. And there it is. Okay, so give me a video and show me what you got for this as well. Talk to you later.